I spent 1 year in the Bukit Timah campus, and I loved that because it's just such a rustic and green environment. And then I remember very fondly also my days in the Democratic Socialist Club when I learned a lot about the political landscape of Singapore. And then I guess the days of freedom from pre-university days at that time, and I just loved the fact that I could select my subjects and basically pick the classes and lecturers that I want to learn under. Okay, basically two parts. One is I spent the first 20 years of my career in the corporate sector, and I worked in Hewlett-Packard, a multinational firm, and then later a local conglomerate, the Whitlam Group. So I spent a lot of time in local jobs, regional jobs, and then basically global jobs as well. And those were where I picked up a lot of my skills in planning, tools, strategic planning, so forth, a lot of toolkits that I picked up. That I used quite a bit of that in my second half of my so-called career, and that's in the not-for-profit sector. And in the last 20 years, I helped to co-found the largest special school in Singapore, the autism side, and they also spent a lot of time helping in the disability sector. And then later as a Member of Parliament and as a Mayor, I am also very blessed to be given the one of the largest districts, one of the oldest districts as well, where I spent a lot of time serving vulnerable folks, more elderly folks in some of the oldest estates in Singapore. I think the fact that I could select the subjects I want to take, and I think the way by which classes are run at that time, even at that time, compared to my mainstream school days, that helped me develop confidence in speaking up and reflecting on topics and not accepting things just as they are, and basically try to also be a part of the solution and make a difference. I go a lot by my faith and my belief that, this adage that what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? So I think at some stage of one's life, one would realize that success by the worldly standards, by the world standard, is not quite everything there is to a meaningful life. And so I think the fact that I want to always move from just what the world sees as success, by definition, one's career, how much possessions you have, what's your position in life, and to take that, and move to a position of what I call significance, where I can take what I have. And I think for the undergrads of today, there's your youth, our time, our resources, how that can be used to bless other people as well. And so that's what I believe, and that's what's driving me till today. I think my experience as the parent of a special needs child, and I discovered that 20 over years ago, it caused me to think also about moving from the corporate sector to the not-for-profit sector. And that's when I decided at one time to make that pivotal decision to use the skills that I acquire in the corporate sector, all the toolkits I have, the strat planning, the business planning, the dashboards, the KPIs and so forth, and then see how I can use that, and the resources that I've acquired, the network I've acquired, to then serve in the not-for-profit sector. And that really drives me a lot and gives me a lot of meaning and purpose in the last 20 years in my life, both in the social service, in the disability sector, in the political sector, and public service. I think if I were much younger as my university self, I would try to acquire more self-awareness of myself, and that I learned a bit later. What am I good at? What are my love and my passion? And then see how I can fit that, my talents and my passion, to then meet the needs of society, needs of the world, and hopefully maybe get something that, a job that people would pay me for, for my talent and for my passion.